Hey everyone, welcome back to Tabi Note. I know it's been a while, and I promise it's not because I disappeared, it is because I was quietly building something I wanted to make for a long time. Ever since I started sharing my Japan trips with you, one message keeps showing up. I really want to go to Japan, I just don't know where to start. And honestly, I completely get it. Because the moment you start planning, Google throws 100 plans at you. 100 cities, a dozen train passes, 5 different opinions on when to plan, where to go. Every blog is telling you something different. It is exciting, but it takes a lot. So that is what this is. Not another beautiful Japan places, but an actual itinerary. One that flows, one that doesn't leave you exhausted by day 3. So we are going to walk through city lights, white temples, mountains, food, little side streets that nobody talks about. And all those small unplanned moments that will somehow end up being the ones you are going to remember the most. In this video, I am curating a 10-day practical Japan itinerary based on my experience keeping first timers in mind, and we are going to travel across these 4 cities. Along the way, I am going to drop practical bits too, like where to stay, how to move around, which pass is actually worth it, what to eat, and a few mistakes I would tell you to skip. So, if Japan's been sitting on your wish list for way too long, you are exactly where you need to be. Stay till the end. By the time this is done, you will actually have a plan. I'm also going to tell some fun and interesting facts about this journey that makes your first travel memorable and convenient. Alright, let's get into it. And like every international trip, there is one small formality before the fun starts. So before we get lost thinking about Tokyo streets, let's knock this out first. And in this video, I have tried to curate it in a very simple way. If you're traveling from India, you will need a tourist visa before you fly. But once your paperwork is in order, the whole thing moves pretty smoothly. You will need your passport, application form, a photo, your itinerary, hotel booking, some financial documents, and if you are working, a leave letter or NOC from your office. You submit it all through VFS Japan centers, and they are spread across major Indian cities. So you are not stuck flying to Delhi or Mumbai just for this. One honest tip: don't fall down the rabbit hole of random visa requirement videos online. Rules shift, so always double check with the official VFS website, the Japan Embassy, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs before you apply. Once that is sorted, you are one step closer. Now, the part everyone actually enjoys thinking about. So, here's the good news. Reaching Japan is a lot simpler than we think. From India, you've got both direct and connecting flights. And if it is your first trip, I would lean towards a direct flight. Yes, it might cost a little more sometimes, but landing fresh instead of drained after 2 layovers, that's worth every rupee. Air India, Japan Airlines, ANA, those are your main direct options. Prices swing depending on the season and how early you book, so it is worth comparing a few before locking in anything. The flight itself is around 9 hours with decent food and entertainment on board. It goes faster than you expect. And here's a fun fact. You know that view of Fuji everyone chases in Kawaguchiko? Sometimes you get it for free. Yes, if you're lucky enough, right from your flight window. Depending on your route, you will land in Tokyo, Haneda or Narita airport. For now, just remember, reaching Japan is genuinely the easy part of this whole trip. And the moment you step off that plane, the adventure actually begins. So you've landed. Feels good, doesn't it? Before you start chasing skylines, there's just one job left: getting to the hotel. Airport train or limousine bus, either way, it is simple. Nothing like the chaos we sometimes brace ourselves for back home. And before you know it, you are checking in, dropping your bags, and it hits you. You are actually in Tokyo. Take a second, just look around, because the city has a habit of surprising you. One moment you are under towering skyscrapers, and the next you turn a corner and find a quiet little shrine tucked between two buildings like it was always there. That contrast, that is Tokyo, and the whole personality right there. Now, you are wondering where to stay. I would suggest skip the busiest, most touristy pockets and look for places like Nakano or Kokubunji instead. Well connected, a little quieter, and after a long day of walking, you will genuinely be glad to come back to somewhere it is calm. And since we've got a few day trips coming up out of Tokyo, this is the right time to sort your Tokyo White Pass. Think of it as your travel buddy for the next few days. If you're planning day trips to Nikko, Gala Yuzawa or Atami, this pass saves you both money and hassle of buying tickets every single time. But the money isn't even the best part. For me, it is the convenience. You already know your transport is sorted, you just walk in, find your window seat and let the scenery do the rest. Because sometimes it's not the destination, rather it is those in between moments on the train that end up being your favorite part of the day. After a full day soaking in Tokyo's energy, how about slowing things down a little? Today we are headed to Nikko, a mountain town where history, nature and quiet all sit together. This is the kind of place that makes you walk slower without even realizing it. Start at the Shinkyo Bridge, then step into the Toshugu Shrine, where every carving has a story sitting quietly inside it. And if you've got time, make your way up to Lake Chuzenzi. Mountain air, still water, the kind of view that just asks you to pause for a bit. That's what I love about Nikko. It is a proof that Japan isn't only busy buzzing cities, it is also these quiet little pockets that stay with you after the trip ends. Now, getting there, surprisingly easy. Just a JR train from Tokyo, and if you've got the Tokyo White Pass, you are already covered. Window seat, watching the city fade into mountains, and enjoy the ride. And before you head back, try the Yuba tofu skin, a Nikko specialty, and honestly it doesn't taste quite the same anywhere else. If yesterday was about slowing down, today we flip it completely. Welcome to Gala Yuzawa. This place changes its whole personality depending on which month you show up in. Come in winter and it's all snow. Skiing, snowboarding, cable cars, sliding over white slopes. Come in summer or autumn instead, and it's green trails, fresh mountain air, a completely different rhythm altogether. And here's the part I genuinely didn't expect to love as much as I did. Camping, fishing by the water, a bonfire once the sun goes down, sleeping in a tent under a sky you just don't get back home. There's water flowing gently around the whole campsite. Isn't it peaceful? We are always chasing these little moments when we travel, aren't we? Honestly, this is my favorite part of the entire trip. These are the memories you actually take home. The kind that never quite show up in a photo but stays with you anyway. Getting there. The Joetsu Shinkansen from Tokyo. Window seat again, because whenever you travel, even the spaces between 2 points has a way of becoming a memory. If you're here in winter, my suggestion, don't head back without a warm bowl of ramen or a quick dip in a hot spring first. By now, you have explored Nikko, wandered through Gala Yuzawa, maybe even spent a night out near Kagura. So today, we leave it open, yours to shape however your mood decides. If you're craving something coastal, Atami's got the sea, a seaside view, an easy, unhurried pace for the day. If you still got Fuji on your mind and want to visit it early, this is a good day to head that way and see what the mountain gives you. Or if Tokyo still feels unfinished, give the day back to Tokyo. Its little corners, its cafes, the parts you didn't have time for the first time around. And here you should remember one thing, don't rush through this trip. 10 days sound like a lot, but it moves faster than you'd think. So a flexible day is not a wasted day, because sometimes it is the things you leave unplanned that turn into the most interesting part of the whole journey. You've probably seen Mount Fuji in 100 photos already, but nothing really prepares you for seeing it in person. Today, we are heading to Kawaguchiko, one of the best spots in the country to experience Japan's most iconic mountain up close. Rent a bicycle and ride along the lake. Maybe stop at a cozy cafe or take the ropeway up for a proper view. Or you can just find a quiet bench and take it all in. And don't worry if the clouds play a hide and seek with Fuji for a while, because that is a part of the experience too. Sometimes the moment when it finally appears, you will understand why people travel from across the world just for this one view. This isn't just another stop on the itinerary. It is one of those days you'll still be talking about with your friends back home long after your trip ends. Quick thing before we get into today. Grab the Hakone Free Pass. It is basically the ultimate hack for this whole day. One ticket covers your trains, buses, the ropeway, even the pirate ship cruise later, plus a bunch of discounts around the area. No fumbling with tickets all day, tap in, ride and repeat. Honestly, the easiest way to cover this whole region without stress. Today's journey isn't about rushing. So, today is different. Most days on this trip you are moving fast, hitting spots, checking things off. But today, not so much. Train pulls early before the city is even really awake, and somewhere along the way the skyline just kind of fades out, mist, trees and quiet. No checklist today, just this. So we take the ropeway up and honestly the ground just kind of drops away underneath you. Steam coming up from somewhere deep in the mountains, valleys stretching out on every side. Quick tip. By the way, if strong smell gets to you, grab a mask before this ride. And if you ever had a breathing issue, worth double checking with yourself first. Don't worry though, the safety stuff up here is solid. Loads of people do this every day. See that pale yellow gas coming off the vents down there? That's sulfur. Literally rising straight up from the earth's core, doing what it has done for centuries. You've probably seen a volcano from the front before, right? In photos, postcards, whatever. But up here you're not really looking at it anymore. You are looking into it. This is a side of Japan nobody really tells you about. No skyscrapers here, just this. Try the Hakone's famous black eggs, Kuro Tamago, a local tradition you will remember. Okay, so here's something a bit weird. They boil eggs right in these natural hot springs and somehow the shells turn completely black. And local belief, eat one you add 7 years to your life. Eat 2 if you are feeling greedy. And if you are curious how this whole valley even ended up like this, there's a small museum right there that actually explains it. Surprisingly interesting, not the boring textbook kind. From the mountain, we head back down to the water. And here's the fun bit. We hop on Hakone's quirky pirate ship. Yes, an actual pirate ship, gliding across what might be the calmest lake you've ever seen. Nobody really talks much on this ride, honestly. Some places just don't need commentary, they just need you to look. And somewhere on that water, that's the moment you will end up coming back to, long after the trip's actually over. And that's where part 1 ends. I really hope this made planning your own trip feel a little less overwhelming and maybe even added in few new places to your list. But we are just getting started. In part 2, we leave Tokyo behind and head towards Osaka, Kyoto and Nara, where a whole new side of Japan is waiting. So, if you've enjoyed traveling with me so far, stay tuned for part 2. And before you go, tell me in the comments which of these 6 days would be your favorite, or which one would you want to experience first. I'll see you in the next one.